Have you ever had that uneasy feeling about someone but could not quite put your finger on why? Like standing in the middle of a foggy road, sensing danger ahead, but not knowing what lies beyond. What if, in just a few seconds, you could uncover someone's true nature? Imagine saving yourself from months or even years of emotional exhaustion before manipulation ever begins. The truth is, narcissists do not reveal themselves outright. They hide behind charm, guilt trips, and carefully constructed illusions. But what if I told you that one simple question could make their masks slip in an instant? Today, we are not just scratching the surface, we are pulling back the curtain on their motives, their insecurities, and the fragile egos that drive them. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to protect yourself without losing your kindness, your peace, or your strength. Narcissists are not just difficult people, they are master manipulators. They do not see relationships as a place of mutual respect or growth. Instead, they see people as tools, things to be used to validate their fragile self-image. And because their entire identity is built on illusions, the greatest threat to a narcissist is exposure. Think of a narcissist like an actor on stage. They spend their lives crafting the perfect performance, playing the role of the generous friend, the loving partner, the confident leader. But it is just that, a performance, and if someone dares to question it, even slightly, the illusion starts to crack. That is why when you set a boundary, they push back. When you call out a lie, they deny, twist, and deflect. They cannot afford to let the truth come to light. But here is the thing, you do not need to argue with them, you do not need to expose them with long explanations or proof. All you need is one simple question, a question so powerful that it forces them to reveal themselves. So what is the question? It seems like you are only focused on your needs and not mine. Is that intentional? Let's break this down. This question is powerful because it puts a narcissist in a position they do not like, being held accountable. Narcissists thrive on control and manipulation, and they are experts at avoiding responsibility. They twist reality, shift blame, and create confusion so that you begin to question yourself instead of directly confronting their behavior. This question forces them to reveal their true nature. This question does three things at once. This question forces them into a moment of truth. Narcissists thrive on avoiding responsibility. They twist conversations, guilt trip you, and shift blame so subtly that you do not even realize it is happening, but this time they have nowhere to run. They expect you to explain yourself, to soften your stance, to get emotional, but this question does not give them that chance. It is calm, direct, and unshakable, a question so simple, yet so disruptive, that it leaves them with only one option to reveal themselves. A person with emotional maturity, when confronted with this, would pause, reflect, and respond with curiosity or concern, but a narcissist, their reaction will tell you everything you need to know. How will they react? Expect one of these three responses. Anger, they lash out. How dare you say that, or you are being ridiculous. They may try to intimidate you, raising their voice, making dramatic gestures, or attempting to make you feel small. Their goal is to make you regret questioning them, so that you never do it again. Guilt tripping, they play the victim. I cannot believe you think so little of me, or after everything I have done for you. This is how you treat me. This tactic is meant to make you feel bad for even considering that they might be acting selfishly. They want you to backtrack, reassure them, and shift the focus away from their behavior. For denial and gaslighting, they flip the script. You are the one who is being selfish, or I never said that. You are making things up. They might distort the conversation, claiming they never acted in a self-centered way, or even trying to convince you that you are the one at fault. But notice what is missing: a real conversation, a genuine concern for your feelings. A person with integrity, when confronted with a question like this, will pause and consider their actions. They may feel embarrassed or regretful if they realize they have been acting selfishly. A narcissist, on the other hand, will react defensively, aggressively, or manipulatively. They will do anything except take responsibility. This is what makes the question so powerful. It forces them to respond in a way that exposes their nature, not through what they say, but through how they react. Imagine a scenario where you ask this question to someone who truly cares about you. They might say, I had no idea I was coming across that way, and I am sorry, that was not my intention. Let's talk about it. Their words and actions will show a willingness to listen, to grow, to make room for your feelings. Now imagine asking a narcissist the same question. The reaction will be entirely different. Instead of acknowledging your feelings, they will try to overpower, manipulate, or control the situation. Their response will not be about understanding you, but about maintaining their dominance. Why does this happen? Because narcissists view relationships as power struggles, not as mutual partnerships. Their goal is to win, not to connect. So when they are faced with a question that puts them on the spot, they react as if they are under attack. To them, being questioned is a threat, and they respond with defense mechanisms designed to keep their control intact. This is why it is important not to argue with them when you ask this question. Do not expect a moment of self-reflection or an honest conversation. Instead, simply observe their response. Take note of how they react. That reaction is your answer. Narcissists thrive in environments where they can manipulate others unnoticed. They need people who will ignore their red flags, make excuses for them, and give them endless chances. This question disrupts that cycle. It removes their ability to operate in the shadows. And here is the most important part. Once you see their true nature, you cannot unsee it. Once you recognize their pattern, it becomes clear that their behavior is not about you, it is about them. It is not a reflection of your worth, but of their inability to connect in a healthy, meaningful way. Many people fall into the trap of trying to get a narcissist to understand their feelings, to see reason, or to admit their mistakes. But the truth is, narcissists are not interested in understanding. They are interested in maintaining control, and the more you explain, the more material you give them to twist against you. So instead of arguing, instead of explaining, instead of hoping they will change, simply ask the question and observe their response. That reaction will tell you everything you need to know. Conclusion. Now that you know the question, how do you use it effectively? Stay calm. The power of this question is not just in the words, it is in your delivery. If you ask it with emotion, they will twist it into an argument. But if you stay calm, their reaction will be the only thing on display. Try this. Pause, take a breath, let them sit in the silence. Observe, do not engage. The goal is not to change them, the goal is to see them clearly. If they get defensive, take note. If they turn the blame on you, see it for what it is. If they avoid answering, you have your answer. Your job is not to fix them, it is to protect yourself from being pulled into their web. Use silence as a tool. After asking the question, resist the urge to fill the silence. A powerful technique is to hum a song in your head, like Happy Birthday. It sounds simple, but it keeps you from reacting emotionally. Let them be the first to break the silence. Make a decision. Once you see their true nature, you have a choice. If this is a pattern, distance yourself. If they manipulate and refuse to change, walk away. If they genuinely reflect and show change, set clear boundaries moving forward. Remember, you cannot control them, but you can control what you tolerate. Final message. Narcissists survive on illusions. They need people who do not question them, who explain away their behavior, who give them endless chances. But you do not have to play their game. With one simple question, you are not just exposing them, you are taking back your power. Not by fighting, not by explaining, just by holding up a mirror and watching what they do next. Because the truth does not need to be argued, it just needs to be seen. And once you see them clearly, you will never fall into their trap again. Have you ever confronted a narcissist? What happened? Share your experience in the comments. Your story could help someone else. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. In our next video, we will uncover even more ways to master interactions with difficult people using the wisdom of the Stoics. You have got this, and we will get there together.